The global economy surpassed $100 trillion for the first time in 2022, but will stall in 2023 as policymakers continue their fight against soaring prices, the British consultancy said in its annual World Economic League table. The cost of bringing inflation down to more comfortable levels is a poorer growth outlook for a number of years to come. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Industry leaders call 2023 to be a year of the technology revolution. Powered by India's promising growth roadmap, 2023 has the potential to provide the impetus required for India to become digitally ready and lead technological advancements for the rest of the world to follow. After data was identified as the new oil, now the turn of semiconductors could be described as the new oil for the global economy, a commodity essential to the production of almost everything. Moreover, as the world continues to shift toward more digital interaction and new forms of energy and transportation, it is likely that global demand for semiconductors will grow rapidly. Experts say inflation is likely to moderate next year, but the slowdown in global growth may act as a drag on output. The global environment has several risk factors, including the energy crisis in Europe, the battle to contain inflation to avoid recession, and ongoing geopolitical conflicts. As per a report, the battle against inflation is not won yet. We expect central bankers to stick to their guns in 2023 despite the economic costs. The cost of bringing inflation down to more comfortable levels is a poorer growth outlook for a number of years to come. The findings are more pessimistic than the latest forecast from the International Monetary Fund. That institution warned in October that more than a third of the world economy will contract and there is a 25% chance of global GDP growing by less than 2% in 2023, which it defines as a global recession. China is now not set to overtake the US as the world's largest economy until 2036 at the earliest, 6 years later than expected. That reflects China's zero COVID policy and rising trade tensions with the West, which have slowed its expansion. The consequences of economic warfare between China and the West would be several times more severe than what we have seen following Russia's attack on Ukraine. There would almost certainly be quite a sharp world recession and a resurgence of inflation, as per CEBR. Emerging economies with natural resources will get a substantial boost as fossil fuels play an important part in the switch to renewable energy. Going with the report, India will become the third $10 trillion economy in 2035 and the world's third largest by 2032. Finally, barring the pandemic and the global financial crisis, next year may mark the lowest global growth since the millennium began. Let us now look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. 80% of new smartphones will be 5G enabled by 2023. The India Cellular and Electronics Association Chairman Pankaj Mohindru said that by the end of 2023, 75 to 80% of the new smartphone launches will be 5G enabled. The telecom service providers have launched the 5G services in select cities and plan to cover the entire nation by the end of 2023 or early 2024. A report stated that 5G will represent around 53% of mobile subscriptions in India by 2028 with 690 million users. India got 23 new unicorns this year. According to data compiled by Traxon Technologies, compared to last year's total of 542, only 244 new unicorns have been created globally so far in 2022. Compared to 44 in 2021, only 23 new unicorns were minted in India this year. The cold investment wave in global financial markets, brought on by persistently high inflation, is expected to worsen in 2023, implying that there will be even fewer unicorns emerging next year after the number has already been cut in half this year. Government giving full support to judiciary to resolve pending cases. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju said the centre is giving full support to the judiciary in resolving the cases pending before courts. The minister pointed out that more than 5 crore cases are pending before various courts across the country. He said since Narendra Modi took over as the Prime Minister, the Constitution is considered a pious book when it comes to running the country. Advent to acquire 50.1% stake in Suven Pharma. PE major Advent International will acquire a 50.1% stake in Suven Pharmaceuticals from promoter Jasti family for about Rs 6,300 crore with an aim to merge the drug maker with the portfolio company Cohance Life Sciences. As part of the transaction, Advent will also be making an open offer to acquire an additional 26% stake from public shareholders. The merger of Cohance with Suven would help in building a leading clinical, drug development and manufacturing and merchant active pharmaceutical ingredient player servicing the pharma and specialty chemical markets. ED attaches assets worth over Rs 205 crores over money laundering case. The Enforcement Directorate has attached assets worth more than Rs 205 crores of a Chennai-based chemicals manufacturing company and its promoters. The agency issued a provisional order under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act to attach the properties of MGM Maran, MGM Anand and their company Southern Agri-Furane Industries Private Limited. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.